Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? You already know it. It's your boy Dub Q and Lonzo in the building. You already know what time it is, man. It's another episode of The Experience, the Black Cat Panther podcast. Yeah, your boy about to get it started, man. And just in case you haven't noticed, I got a co-host in the building, man. Lonzo, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Yo, what's up, fam? We back, we here. Let's get it. Time to talk this Cleveland Browns Panthers talk. Let's introduce it.
Yes, sir. You already know it, man. We got week one previews coming up. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and just kick a song to go ahead and get it started. So, y'all go ahead. Come on in the building and show your boy some love, man. Here we go. All right, man. What's going on, everybody, man? Oh, man. I got to love some 3-6 Mafia to get you started off, man. First and foremost, you already see it in the thumbnail. If you're coming on in, show your boy some love. Wipe your feet off at the doormat. Like, comment, subscribe. Show your boy some love. Go on and roll on over there to keeppoundingtvshop.com while you're at it. And go ahead and buy that Black Cat Panther podcast. You see the emblem on it, man. Rock with your boy. We got a loaded one in here for you tonight, man. And my dog Alonzo is in the building, man. I'm so ecstatic to have him in the building, man. First and foremost, this is his first episode with me as the co-host, man. So, with that being said, we got a lot for you. We got the key points to breaking it down with the Cleveland Browns. We got what we must do to win, and the keys to success for going forward for the season. So, with that being said, man, Lonzo, how you feeling tonight, fam?
Feeling good, man. Just ready to talk some Panthers talk. Ready to get into how we're going to get this dub and start this season off 1-0 the right way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to get this dub coming up on Sunday, man. I'm excited, man. If you out there and you're in your living room right now, you should be very excited because this team is very, very much better. Way better. Ecstatically better than last year, man. So you've seen it already in the preseason, man. There's a lot to be hopeful about. To everybody out there that's wondering and clamoring about what we're going to look like from last year, let's go ahead and erase last year from your minds. It's a fresh season. It's a new season. Let's come in there with the expectations of there's no Deshaun Watson in this game. There's no reason for us to lose this game. So, with that being said, Lonzo, what's a couple of points for you, man? What's your points of emphasis on what we should do coming into this game?
The first point that we got to do this game, the
Uh-huh.
first main important thing that I believe that we got to do to win this game is stop the run. I think that's the
Okay.
number one thing. I think that's the number one concern around Panther community right now. We don't believe you got mixed emotions among the Panther community. You got some people thinking we're gonna stop the run. Some people thinking we're gonna be average around stopping the run. And you got some people who just think we're gonna get gashed this year. So I think I think based on this game, I think we should be able to stop the run. I think we gonna sure get our own crack at it. I sure because this team, I mean, it's pretty. They doing what Matt Rule did last year. Man, you already know what they're gonna do. They telling you what they're gonna do. They're gonna run the football, and they're gonna let you know they're gonna run the football. You know, this team they ran the football. I believe 46% of the time last year on their offense. And you know that's almost if I'm being correct. The only 54% of that is passing the ball, so that's almost half of your offense being dedicated to running the football. And this is in the pass heavy league, so it's pretty much you gonna get your chance to see that run. And I think these guys are gonna step up to the occasion to do it.
Okay. So with stopping the run, that means there are a couple of key players that must step their game up come in this game, man. So with that being said, YGM need to come to the front of the congregation, man. That's a guy that must, and when I say must, he must step it up because from that opposite end of Brian Burns, we all had question marks about what he could be over there. And he kind of quiet, he kind of, solidified his spot as a starter over there. A lot of people don't seem to think so. I think, with me being one of the hardest critics on YGM, I always said that it was his availability. Excuse me, I couldn't get that out. That's just how, YGM does that to me. I can't get the words out for him. But availability and basically being ready to play, and He hasn't been there in the last 2 years, but showing in this preseason, looks like for the first time in 2 years, he is ready and ready to take the challenge to basically stop the run. Along with him, we got Ianitis, we got Derek Brown, and we have your boy Burns. So with the four of those guys coming together collectively, do you see those guys making a better impact or a bigger impact than what we had last year?
I say yes. This is why I say yes. I say yes because I think we took a vast. Well, let me take that back. I don't think we took a vast. I think we took a decline. I mean, it's fair to say, it's pretty evident we took a decline at the opposite side position of the edge position outside of Brian Burns. So we took that, but we talking about stopping the run here. I do believe that YGM can be better than Reddick in stopping the run. He's a bigger baddie on the edge, and he's very versatile. He's 6'7". He's within that. I think he's within 6'6" or 6'7" range. And if you look at his PFF grade, he always scored better as a run defender than a pass defender. So I think he can pretty much hold that. But I do think, and I think that's pretty much going. Uh, I think that's pretty much going a little unnoticed. And I wouldn't even say unnoticed. I just think people is a little bit shooting it under the horn because I don't think people realize how good Ioannidis can be for this defense. I'm not gonna say Ioannidis can be the same Pro Bowl that he was, but I think Ioannidis can. I think he can free up Derek Brown, but not only that, he can make plays himself, and I think that's gonna help. But I think the main component of us stopping the run is gonna be our linebacker crew, and I think people is really, really, really overlooking this linebacker crew. They may not be the names that we want, but these guys, they got heart. They want to go take your head off when they play you. Bama's like Damian Wilson. They want to go take your head off. And then you already know Louvu already bringing that dog every time he step on the field.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with you 100%. Another guy that they're sleeping on, everybody's sleeping on our little young rookie, man. Brandon Smith will be a great rotational player. And y'all can't tell me that little young fella ain't ready to come in here and stick somebody, man. Y'all can't tell me that.
Yeah. Brandon Smith a dog. I do think though, I must say this: stopping the run is key. But
You right?
if I had to bank my money on us stopping the run against Nick Chubb, I do think he'll hit a hundo. Though. I do think he'll crack that. I think a lot of those rushes are coming, trash time as they call it, where we're up by 2 scores or more. But I think he'll crack a hundo, and I don't even think it'll be because of us, just allowing him to run. I think it's just because their constant ability to just keep running the football. We haven't showed that we can constantly stop a team if they just constantly keeps running the football.
Hold on, fam. I can't hear you at all. My sound went out. Hold on 1 second. All right, I can hear you now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. You went out for a second. Can you repeat what you said?
No, I was basically saying I think Nick Chubb gonna touch 100 on us. I think he'll probably crack around 100, if not
Yeah.
100, probably within 90 to 100 range.
You know what though? That's expected from Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Those two guys coming in. I mean, if those guys don't come in and get 100, 150 apiece, man, it wouldn't be a game for us. What we got to make sure we do is not allow them big chunks at a time. We got to make
Yeah,
sure we limit them. We have to do that coming in, man, because if you give them too many breakaways, you basically you deflate your defense, man. Because if those guys look around and see that they can't stop the run, they're gonna stop trying to tackle, and that's not gonna be good, man. I'm
yeah,
telling you. So, with that being said, we already know right now the defense. You got to make sure you also attack your mismatches. Is that one of the points you wanted to hit as well?
yeah. Mismatches will be key this game. I think you talking about from a defensive standpoint now. If we want to win this game, we talking about on the defense. I mean, on the offensive side of the ball. What we have to
Mhm.
do on this defense, we have to attack their mismatches What do I mean when I say that? Now we know they could. I mean, let's be honest. As a Panther community, we know Denzel Ward can hold his own with he can match. He matches up. I wouldn't say hold his own. He can match up well with DJ Moore. We can say that. I believe Greg Newsom can match up well with Robbie Anderson. But outside of that, I think we can attack multiple mismatches. Guys like, though I like Jeremiah Owusa, I forgot his last name, but I'll just call him Jeremiah Owusa. I think he's a good linebacker, but we all know one-on-one coverage. We know not no linebacker and not no pretty much most safeties can't stay with Christian McCaffrey. So coming out of the backfield, that'll be a mismatch right there that we can exploit. Now, speaking of that, I'm saying if we can exploit that one, get that off early, starting the game, what they'll start doing, they'll start shifting and making us box Christian McCaffrey, and they'll have a linebacker on one side, they have a linebacker on the side. That can open up more mismatches. That can open up a guy like Laviska Shenault getting off, Rashad Smith getting off, Rashad Higgins getting off. Rashad Higgins in his
Mhm.
past interview was talking about how he understood the Browns' coverages. So he pretty much we can have anybody get off. We have to attack these mismatches outside of Denzel Ward, Greg Newsom, and Jeremiah Woosa back there in coverage. Their seven, I don't really trust their seven against our skill position. I think we got pretty skilled guys that can make plays for.
I think the biggest X factor amongst everything, and when you say you want to attack your mismatches, well, we finally got the quarterback to be able to attack the mismatches, man. We didn't have that before. Like I told you guys before, anybody who watching it, you guys know how I feel about Sam Darnold. Everything that's above the neck is not right with Sam Darnold. I hate to say it, he's injured. I know you guys don't like hearing it, but let's be honest. Baker Mayfield is possibly the smartest option that we have at quarterback because of his fast processing skills and getting that ball in and out his hands. And so to be able to do so, you must, and when I say must, those three step drops are going to be so essential. I think me and you spoke about this earlier. Trying to limit what they can do is going to be very vital as well. Because you forgot we come up against the Cleveland Browns this week, but we got the monster in the backfield.
Yeah,
Tell you, this nigga's gonna eat, man. I don't care who you are. When you got to realize when you got a cat like Miles Garrett across from you, and you got Jadeveon Clowney over there as well. Oh my
yeah.
God, you must be prepared. So with that being said, like we got first of all, before I even get into that, to go back to your mismatches, we got skill players, and the way we match up so well with the Browns is first of all, is one within something that you guys need to pay attention to. Like Horn, JC Horn, him and Amari Cooper, that's going to be one of the focal points to watch in this game right here. Like, pay attention. Will Amari Cooper school the young boy, or will JC Horn show up to play and be the dog that I think he can be? That's going to be interesting for me to see. I know you told me that you were interested in seeing that Jeremy Chin and Njoku matchup. So, what are you expecting to see from Chin and Njoku?
I think Chen can pretty much hold his own, and I think Chen pretty much can hold him to about three catches for about 20 yards. And I say, people may say, oh, why such a little number? Say because of the quarterback play, you always got to take into account who's throwing the football to him. You have a guy in Jacoby Brissett who's really not good at throwing into tight coverages. The thing that Steve Wilkes wanted us to do is to basically play more tight coverages and to get up and get physical into our receivers and the guys that's running these routes. And I think we've seen that for the little amount of time in the preseason that we've been given to. So I think, and if you watch film on Jeremy Chin is a pretty good cover safety. So he's a guy that can do it all, and I take my dog over him. I think he'll well hold his own over him.
Okay. You know what? A lot of people said at one time Jeremy Chin used to struggle against bigger guys, but you got to look at it, man. This guy is now in his third year. Is it his third year now?
Yeah, it's his third season.
Third season, and you saw what his numbers was when he was safety and when he filled in at linebacker. This guy is incredible. He will be a difference maker on this defense. He's going to be one of the focal points for this defense. And we all know that this defense goes as Jeremy Chin goes. It used to go as Shaq Thompson go, but being that he's Mr. Inconsistent, we can't really rely on him to really, you know, tour our defense and lead our defense to where they need to go. Jeremy Chin is the more valuable option for this defense.
Yeah, Yeah,
I
he
mean,
did great.
he hold that backfield together, man, straight
He
up.
he missed to do it all. He do it all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's go back to the focalize on the key points to winning. Like I said, number one, Lonzo laid this out. Man, Miles Garrett being able to contain the beast. Now, with that being said, Lonzo, you want to contain the beast. What's the best way to do it?
Uh, say there's not one there's not one way you can actually stop this guy. He's pretty dominant. I said this dude he's pretty dominant. He a man that can control a game by himself. But I
Yes,
say
sir.
one thing that we can do is leave. I mean, there's multiple ways you can limit him. You can't stop him. You can limit him. See, dogs like this, you can only limit these guys. You can only stop them for a little bit, contain them. That's what you're basically telling your people to do. But
Mm-hmm.
I say this: the best way that we can contain this guy is leave a tight end to his side. You can have Tommy Tremble, you can have him literally double team and block this guy, and basically trusting your other four to contain the other three. Then you can chip him. You can double his side when passing. You can quick passes. I think quick passes is an underrated thing in stopping edge rushes and stopping guys from getting home. When you wanna stop an edge rusher from getting home, you want to get the ball out quick. You don't want to just sit back in the pocket, lollygag, and wait for these guys to just play around with their routes. You want to have these guys quickly break, get to their routes. And I think the thing that I've been saying from Ben McAdoo system and his offense, when you go back and look at even the Jacksonville or the Giants, when he played things, he's always getting the ball out quick, getting it to the skill position players, and letting them make plays yourself. That's the thing we can do to limit him.
I'm a little worried because we got a rookie over there, and I love Ike Ekwonu. I love what Ike Ekwonu can bring to the table, but is he ready for the task of competing against Miles Garrett, the beast?
I say yes. I say people sleeping on Icky, man. I say this: people sleeping on Icky because they seen the one game of film. I mean, come on. I mean, we can't go off that. I mean, the same reason we go off with that and we criticize him for the Patriots game, we barely even praise him for the time he did when we played against the last 10 that we played. Who no. The Patriots game he struggled. The Bills game he played real good, and we don't praise him for the Bills game. We just
Mm-hmm.
basically give him a little pat on the back and just say, hey, good job. But when the Patriots game and he struggled those two plays, I mean, we crucified this guy saying he wasn't worth the six pick. We were saying we shouldn't have drafted these guys. We were talking about is the draft class a failure? I mean, come on, bro. These guys, at the end of the day, he's 20 years old. You got to get a kid a chance to groom. Like, you got to give him a chance to grow. I think he's right. I think he's gonna do better than what people think.
You know what? If he come out there and he actually looked good against Miles Garrett, y'all better watch out because we have something on our hands, man. Because you got to realize this guy, this guy. When I tell you, it's gonna be something to watch. If he can hold his own against Miles Garrett, watch out. Uh-oh, look who in the building.
Big waves in the building, man. What's up with you, Q dog?
Man, what's happening with your fam?
Shit, man. Just about to get up off of work, man. What's up with it?
Man, you already see it, man. Me and your boy Lonzo, we over here laying it down for the key points to the Browns game coming up on Sunday, man. So I got a question, man. Now I got both of you guys here. Can we contain the beast, Miles Garrett?
I didn't like what Matt Rule said today about sending some help over there to help protect, to give Iguana some help, man. Listen, man, I think that he's gonna need all the help he can get. You know what I mean? You gonna have to have a tight end or something over there helping him out, man. Because I think that if you don't give him some assistance, man, he's gonna get ate up, man.
Well,
I
wait,
really feel that about your boy.
we only got Tommy Trimble at tight end. I mean, we don't got no tight end to put over there.
Hey, you gotta put hey shit, you gotta put somebody over there, man. Cause hey, look, I think that he is going to feast, bro. You got to remember too, Miles Garrett playing with a little bit more extra motivation in this game, man. So I think it's gonna be a rough game for Iguanu. I really do. I really do.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Be 100 which I disagree with that. And Quantum not gonna
Okay.
have as bad as the game as y'all think. The same was being said. Like I said, I forgot who I was saying it to earlier. Same thing I said to people about last year with Panay too. They thought he was gonna get eaten up by Nick Bosa, and he actually held his own against Nick Bosa. He only allowed 1.5 sacks. But if you go to the game, it was only 1 sack and 2 pressures. They threw the ball, I believe, 37 times. So I mean, out of 37 passing plays, he only allowed 3 bad instances to happen. I would say that rookie pretty much held up his own, right? And I think it's pretty fair to say. I mean, you all tell me I'm talking about edge, pass rushing. This is what I'm talking about because this is our only question mark about Ikem Ekwonu. Is it fair to say that Nick Bosa is a better pass rusher than Myles Garrett?
It's not fair to say that.
Come on,
I
bro.
think so, though. I think
I,
so.
I don't. I think they're one A and one B. You know, I don't think that one is better than the other. I think that they're neck and neck. I mean, if you look at their line of body, I mean, they work a body. I mean, the numbers are very similar. I mean, you know, to me, they 1A and 1B. I don't think that one is better than the other. They like neck and neck for me.
I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that.
If Ekwonu can hold his own against Myles Garrett, we can insert our left tackle for the next 10 years right on in there. I'm letting you know that right now. Because it won't get any bigger test than your boy Myles Garrett coming in the building, man. It won't get any bigger than this. So
Agreed.
My eye is going to be on Ike Ekwonu on his line. How well will he withstand what's being thrown at him? Like Matt Rule done say he gonna be on an island, so this nigga might need to eat his Wheaties.
Yeah, and see that's another thing too, man, because you got to remember something, man. Cleveland is going to throw a lot of different looks at this offensive line, man, to really test, you know what I mean, how strong it really is. You know, listen, we're not the only ones who know that Ekwonu has struggled with pass protection, and best believe, you know, Cleveland has schemed up some stuff to try to take advantage of how weak he's been in the pass protection. So, listen, I think that this is going to be a big challenge for him. Listen, you know, if he does hold up, man, then listen, you're right, Q. You know, we got it. You know what I'm saying? I think that we got our tackle no matter what happened in this game, but I just feel like, man, if he doesn't hold up well, I think it's gonna be hard for us to move the ball. I really do, man. Yeah, this is a tough task. This tough for him, man. This is tough for him. This is like throwing him in the fire, man, and you ain't throwing him in the middle of the ocean. You ain't giving him no life vest, no nothing. You just basically saying, hey, look, you got to go stop that great white out there 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? So I
got faith in Ekwonu, man, because like I said, he got all the intangibles to get it done. It's just it's the hard part that I'm really looking at. Okay, nigga, you need more heart. You need to put more oomph into that, man. Come on now, you can't. Y'all boys, look at how big Ekwonu is, and look at the size of Myles Garrett, man. There's no reason for this guy to be dominating you like that, man. So there's no reason.
It's so different in the NFL, man. Like how it is. Like in college, you can get away with being the strongest, toughest guy. Especially, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you playing tackle and you can get away with that, man. In the NFL, it's so much more about technique because you got to remember these are the best athletes of their position in the world, man. Like you can't get away. Everybody is physical and athletic and strong. All of the linemen are, all of the D linemen are. So you can't just get away with just brute strength in the NFL, man. You got to have the technique.
Yeah. I said, like I said, I mean, he's dominant. Like guys, like you said, you're not gonna. This will be his hardest test this year. I say that. It's
well,
fair
he gonna
to
have
say
to face T.J. Watt too. So
yeah.
We'll focus on T.J. Watt when we get to him. We
But
don't
nah,
Garrett.
T.J. Watt doesn't line up on his side. I mean, they do switching, but most of his lineups is on Taylor Moton's side. T.J. Watt lines up on the right side.
That's true.
So we wouldn't. I mean, that would be a whole nother different. But this is what I say. I say that's why I said quick passes will have to be the thing to this game. And I mean, it's like I said, it's what Phil Snow said for the defense, but reverse it to the offense. This will have to be done by committee. You'll have to have a lot of things come into play for this dude not to be able to. Now, I mean, I want him not to have 0 sacks, and I think it's possible You just gonna have to twist up a lot of things for this to happen. And I think I mean, it's fair to say he's a generational talent. Guys like him don't come
Mhm.
around often. But I mean, I go back to a game last year when they played the Lions. He had 0 sacks, and this was against Penei Sewell. But what Jared Goff did, they got the ball out quick. These guys, I mean, they ran a lot of quick plays, and they got the ball into their playmakers' hand. And what they did, they was able to switch it up a little bit. See, they had T.J. Hawkinson tripping them a little bit. They had a lot of these guys tripping. I mean, it was done by committee. It was a lot of different things that was done to limit this guy play. So it's possible. I say that it's possible. He ain't. It's possible. I put it like that. It's possible. He
But
ain't.
that kind of
Yeah.
goes back to what I've been saying, man, all along about Carolina this season, man, and our success, man. We need so many things to go right. You get what I'm saying? Like, so many things to go right, man. And I was talking to Big Cat about this earlier. Like, we need a lot of things to go right, man, for us to really have the kind of season that, you, Q, all you guys think that we're gonna have, man. And it's a tall task, man. I'm not saying that anything is possible, but it's gonna be rough, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be tough for us. A lot of shit got to go right, man, for the Carolina Panthers to succeed this year. A lot has to go right.
Well, you know what? Lonzo laid this out earlier. He said one of the key points is getting that ball out your hand fast. Watch how many screens that McAdoo threw out there for Christian McCaffrey and different guys get open in that open field. Watch and pay attention to how many screens will be played in that first quarter. I mean, the thing is we want to neutralize Myles Garrett. Get that ball directly out your hand. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, ball out your hand. Baker got to be perfect. He has to be perfect in getting and executing this. So you know what, Lonzo, you're a fucking genius for that, man. Because we all know the best way to nullify a pass rush is screens and getting that ball out of your hands. We got to see a lot more of that coming up.
Yeah, but I mean that's something gonna get you so far, man. That is the way that you offset a good pass rush, man. But you got Carolina problem has been the lack of ability to protect the quarterback. That's something that we've struggled with, for a couple years now. So again, I think this is a big test for him. Considering it being week one, I probably, and again, this is gonna be a learning experience for him as well, right? This is gonna be a
Right.
learning experience. He's gonna be able to walk away with some good valuable experience going up against one of the league's best, man. So I think it'll be good for him in the long run. But man, for the first game, for him to be matched up against somebody like that, man, that's a lot to ask out of your rookie left tackle.
But ways. I mean, I know for me as a head coach, I would want that to be my first matchup. I want to see. I want to see how you is your first game. You've been thrown into that dog pound, and I want to see
Absolutely,
can you get out without
absolutely.
being bit up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. I definitely agree with that. That's why I said I'm listen, the best way to learn, man, is through experience. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that he will get some learning experience for this, man. But what I'm saying is that, you know, considering the game plan, because you got to realize, I think that this game is going to be like a real ball control type of game. Because Cleveland go run the hell out of that ball. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
if you don't think they're coming into this game with a mindset that Chubb is go get 20 plus touches, Kareem Hunt is go get about 15 touches, like they gonna be running the hell out of that ball in this game, man, because they know that the weakness of our defense right now is stopping the run. That's the weakness on our defense right now. So it's gonna be a big dose of that. They're not gonna put the game in Jacoby Brissett's hands. They'll allow him to make the throws when he absolutely has to. But this is going to be a Chubb and Kareem Hunt type of game. Um, and that's going to eat up a lot of clock. So, with Carolina, man, every possession is going to be critical, man. We're going to have to
So,
put some
so
points on
fellas,
the board.
so fellas, what's the magic number that we must hold the Cleveland Browns to on the ground to make sure that they don't eat us up?
I mean, well, shoot, we talking about probably 30, 40 carries this game. I mean, it'll be fair to say about 30, 40. I say 110, not bad. I mean, if a team rushed 35 times for 110, that's not bad. I think what you said earlier was key, not giving up those chunks. It's not. I mean, they're pro. I mean, I'll say this: if I say they give up 100, I would rather them get 1 in 50 and then the rest of it just come by little 2-yard gains and stuff like that. I wanna force this ball into we can make it that way, and I think we will
Right,
make it
right.
that way. We
Make them earn
force
it.
this ball into
Right.
Jacoby Brissett hand. Trust me, we're not gonna sit back and allow these niggas just to keep running the ball. Like I wouldn't even say last year you can't tell me a game last year where a team literally just said all we gonna do is run the football and we literally just lost the whole game off of that. That was
New
not one
England.
game. No, that game was not. We did not lose that because of our defense. We lost that because of Sam Darnold.
But did they not put up over 150 yards rushing on the ground?
But listen, wait. What I'm saying is that
Saying
we also had to focus on a balanced attack. What I'm saying is that when the offense literally had to go into a game, we're saying I'm just gonna run the football, like for instance, like what the Patriots did to the Bills. That's the instance that I'm talking about, where they just had to run the football and we couldn't stop the run. Now that was the number one defense, and they ran all over them. We haven't seen that last year. Our defense was never that bad as far as the run game.
Yeah, man. But if you look at the ranks, man, it was ranked but in the bottom. I mean, it
Nah,
wasn't.
we was ranked like 17th. I don't know what people keep getting this number for.
I mean,
This number
17th,
we was
bro.
ranked like
That's bad. That's not a great run defense. That's below middle of the road. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's not a great run defense to be ranked 17th.
I mean,
That's
17th is it's the middle of the pack. It's
you
32
know,
teams. Half of that is 16. So I mean
yeah,
that's within the middle of the league. So that's average.
yeah, that's not good, man. Because you got to realize something, man. Like, you know, with the key is going to be for our defense this year, man, is that, you know, our ability to be able to stop the run, man, and our ability to be able to get the pressures. Like, if you look at all traditional Carolina Panthers defense, and last year, again, I know a lot of people want to go back to our overall ranking, but it's just no way in hell you're going to convince me that we look like a number 2 defense. Yes, that's what our numbers said, but we didn't look like that at all. We did not look like that, and I stand on that shit like 100%.
so numbers lie.
No, I'm not saying that numbers lie. I mean, overall, but if you really watched Carolina last year and you watched every single game, there is no way in hell you can tell me that defense looked like it was the number 2 defense in the league. And if you come out of that and your answer to that question is yes, we did, then you really wasn't watching the Panthers at all last season. You really wasn't.
Waves. Okay, I'll give you that. But the point you made the other day when you said we didn't even look like a top 10 defense, that's completely false, bro.
Yeah,
Last year we didn't look like a top
it looked
10
more
defense.
middle of the pack than it did top 10.
Come on, Waves. Come on, Waves.
I mean, bro, that's just
Wait.
my opinion, though. That's
Yeah,
my
man.
look.
Yeah, we just gotta agree to disagree on that point.
We can agree to disagree. That's just my outlook from watching them. You know, I watch every game, bro. Like, it was a lot of games, man.
If the numbers suggest that we were the second best at limiting different defenses all around, then I can't argue with that. Now, granted, I knew that we didn't look like that,
okay.
but what I'm saying is I can't argue with the numbers. The numbers suggest that we were number 2 overall.
But see what people still, my fault to cut you off, Q. But
Yeah,
see
you
what
are.
people like I said, like the person I am, I want to make sure I provide all the details with all the context behind it. See, when we go and talk about last year's defense and we didn't look top 2, we didn't look top 10. You got to look at the games that you're referring to and the context behind it. When we go to the Eagles game, it was because the offense couldn't move the ball. The offense kept putting the defense in a bad position. Let's go to the Vikings game. The offense was.
But that's a part of being a good defense, though, Lonzo. Is like again, we knew that the offense wasn't gonna.
You kind of putting your defense in suicide watch doing stuff like that.
I'm not saying that wasn't a part of it.
Defense played in the last 10 years. You expect these niggas to lock down for 60 minutes? They was on the field for an entire hour, bro.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, bro, the offense definitely had an impact on where the defense was. I agree with what you're saying, that the offense didn't do the defense any favors. But, bro, there was also times where the defense needed to make plays and they didn't do it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's several games like that. That Eagle game stands out. That Minnesota game stands out, you know, of plays that needed to be made late in the game, and the defense didn't make the plays. You get what I'm saying? You know.
So wait, you said the Eagles game, right?
Yeah.
You talking about when
the Eagles game. And how about the Giants game? We can even go to the Giants game, bro. They gave up.
That was clearly the offense. Ways. Come on,
but bro, you gave up a 25-yard quarterback pass to Daniel Jones.
Wait, that's
Like you
one
can't
Wait,
play
allow
of the
that to
game,
happen.
bro.
Sam Darnold had a safety from just sensing the rush. The rush didn't even get to him, and he threw a
Yeah, we
safety.
know. Listen, fella, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. We all know the offense was bad. I'm not saying that the defense was bad last year. I'm just saying that the play on the field didn't live up to what the numbers were. I think the numbers were more exaggerated because of how strong the season was. Because towards the end of the year, the defense did not look good at all. It didn't look good towards the end of the year. It really didn't. If you look at it,
But
Hassan Reddick didn't start getting in. His sack production fell off late in the year. Brian Burns, he stopped at 9 sacks. Everything just started to fall apart, man, over the last about 7 games of the season. The defense couldn't make the plays that they was making earlier in the year.
Well,
It really couldn't.
let me go back to a point you said. So you said the Eagles game, we didn't make the stops. Can you go back to that? What when in that game where this defense was called upon to make a stop and they couldn't do it?
If I'm not mistaken, it was a certain play that was in the red zone in that Eagles game. I think it was like a third and it was like I know it was like I can't remember it specifically. I had to go back and look at it, but I know it was like a
Q,
third and
watch this,
something.
Q.
Yeah, it was like a third. It was like a third and something on the play, and I know that Carolina needed to make that stop
They
in
ran a
order
read
for us
option.
to get the
Jalen
ball
Hurts ran
back.
the end zone, right?
Huh?
They ran the read option. Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts
they
ran
ran
the end zone
the
with
read
Superman,
option
right?
play. Yeah, that was the read option
Hey,
play.
Waves, do you know how they got that close to the end zone?
Because it was a turnover.
No. You're right. No, you're right. It was, but you know how that came about.
What do you mean?
Do you know how that came about?
I don't get what you're
That
saying.
wasn't what I'm telling you.
how did the
That
turnover come?
that wasn't on the defense. Like you're naming up point. I mean, you putting the defense in a tough position, bro. All right, look, wait. I'm about to provide you the context clues behind it. The defense. It was 12-15. We practically shut down that offense that whole game. What
Right.
happened was we got stopped inside our own territory. They blocked the punt. Do you remember? Y'all remember
Yeah. I remember exactly what you're
they
saying.
blocked the punt. They were already in the red zone, and it was 12-15. We were literally on that field most of that game as well. I understand what you're saying. Though. We still got to make the stop, and I do get a defense but the defense can only do but so much for this offense, and I think that's going to overlook the fact that our offense was never able to even hold even a little bit for this defense. Like it was no this defense was literally they would create 3 and out. Look back onto the offense. We back on the field. It was just always be back on the field, be back on the field, be back on the field. And you say that game. We did that. Okay. They came out and they scored. The offense came back and did what? Sam Darnold do a pick again. We couldn't do that. Now
Yeah,
let's
he
go
a
to the
bum.
Vikings game. The Vikings game, we out of the last 10 seasons, Ways, our defense was on the field. The most minutes ever played in the last 10 years for any defense. That
Yeah,
entire game.
absolutely. I agree. Lonzo, I'm not discrediting your argument, man. You're making a strong point. I'm not discrediting that, man. But what I'm saying is, again, man, like when you're a top defense in the league, those are the situations that if you get put in, because again, but the strength of the team last year was the defense. They was the ones that the 5 games we did win, outside of the early shits, the 3 easy high school games that we won at the beginning of the year. Outside of those, the defense won it for us. They really did.
Yeah.
But you got to also take into account these guys were gas Waves. Yeah, you can't compete when you're trying to catch your damn breath. It just ain't gonna happen. I mean,
because I can keep it real, man. In that Dallas game, Sam Darnold was Sam Darnold in that
Dallas, I
game.
give you that one. Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah, but the defense was getting cooked.
Yeah, you're right. I give you that, man.
Yeah, they was getting fried in that Dallas game.
We
A
got
lot
our
of players
asses handed to us in that one.
Yeah, they was getting fried, man. I mean, so what all I'm saying, man, is not, number 2 is obviously a great position to finish, man. Anytime you can finish in the top 5, that's a great defense. But I'm just saying, man, like there was a lot of times where the defense, again, they knew how bad the offense was. But I mean, listen, some seasons, man, it's gonna be where the defense is the strength of the team, and they gonna have to win it for us. You know what I'm saying? Like I can name hella Carolina Panthers seasons where the defense was the strength of the damn team, and the offense just wasn't shit at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
and that's something that we need to do going forward. And I think we were talking about this earlier, Alonzo. Complementary football. This is something that's vital. making sure that we protect the football on both sides of the on both sides of the equation, making sure that we limit and make turnovers as well. So another focal point, that first one we were going off of was the offensive keys to winning, which was limit Myles Garrett. Now the next one we got to make sure we focus on is protecting the football. We
Yeah, I
must
think Baker
protect the
Mayfield will do
football.
that.
We
Yeah,
can't have stupid penalties. We can't have any fumbles, any interceptions. We can't have any of the bonehead plays because against this team, like I said, the Browns are still a decent team, even with Jacoby Brissett, man. You can't
yeah,
sleep
they
on this
are.
guy.
They got a hell of an offensive line.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they pretty much good at everything outside of Jacoby Brissett that game.
Well, wide receiver is they weak behind Amari Cooper at wide receiver.
Yeah,
So
I
I
give you
mean,
that.
I mean,
So
yeah,
you
I
think
do
JC
that.
Horn gonna eat? You think JC Horn gonna eat?
I
I
don't
think
think they
get a
go
pick.
throw a lot. Personally, I don't think that he's gonna get a lot of opportunities to eat unless they get into obviously some third and fourth down situations where they got to make the pass. But man, I'm
Well,
telling you, man, like
you
this is
just
gonna
said
be a
that you just said they thin outside of oh boy. So I mean, if he the only real target that they got and JC Horn is on him, they're gonna at least target him at least 10 times in this game.
yeah. I don't know if they gonna match Horn up on Amari Cooper, man. I think because you got on the roster, man. D Jack is the number one corner. On the
And
depth
but we
chart.
all know that ain't true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
People get the depth chart mixed up a little bit. Like on
yeah,
the depth
yeah. I mean,
chart,
I'm just
Terrence
saying, like,
Marshall our third receiver, but we know he's not our third receiver. Shaq Smith and
Yeah,
Rashard Higgins gonna see more playing time.
Rashard Higgins. Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, I don't know, man. It's all of this success in this game is going to depend on Matt Rule and the way that he handles these in game. See, the problem with Matt Rule is that his in game adjustments has what's been terrible. He doesn't know how to
Yeah.
adjust, and like that's coaching. Like when you're up in the third quarter, and you come out in the third quarter and you're up, but then all of a sudden, the offense starts sputtering, the defense can't make stops. That's all on coaching, bro, because you're not making the necessary adjustments at the half because again, the other team is seeing what you're doing too. They see that, oh, okay, you're able to do this, or you're able to do that good, or you're able to do that. A good coach will make the adjustments that they need to make to allow the team to finish off the game. And that
But
was a problem that we had last year. And that's what I want to see, not in the preseason. I want to see in the regular
yeah,
season how well we handle ourselves in the third quarter. The third
yeah,
quarter was miserable for us last year, bro.
yeah,
On
yeah.
both sides of the ball.
I agree with that. But look, I think like this. Last year, Rule wanted to do a certain thing that he didn't even have the personnel to do, which is we were up. I believe we were one of the best first half, if not the best. The best. I said burst. I meant to say best first half team in NFL. I believe we led by one of the most margins in the first half.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened is that we didn't
Third
have the
quarters.
personnel. What do you do when you're up and you go into those third and fourth quarter? You want to run the football. We didn't have the line to do it. Neither did we have the running backs to do it. Christian McCaffrey was gone by week 3 and then returned to about week 9 or week 8. So we didn't even have the personnel to do for most of these games. I think now we actually have that. We can do what he want to do now. Like when I say that, this guy, he want to run the football. I think it's fair to say if Christian stays healthy, and not even just Christian staying healthy, I think this line can create holes that last year's line we know well couldn't. I think they can create to where we can get 5-yard gains, 6-yard gains, 4-yard gains, little 3-yard, like just stuff where we can gash the defense and basically tire them out so we can control the clock, basically. It got to be fair to say that.
Mm-hmm. You know, and what I like about this coming on in is Lord have mercy, I lost my train of thought of where I was going with this. I'm getting old. Everybody. Uh First and foremost, we need to be able to time of possession is going to be everything with this game. We got to make sure that we don't turn over the football. We got to also make sure that we pressure Jacoby Brissett. We must get a pass rush going. That's going to be the biggest point on this team, on this game of getting a pass rush. YGM, Brian Burns, y'all are there for a reason. please. Marquise Haynes, Amari Barno, you guys are there for a reason. Pass
I don't
rush will
think
be
Barno sees the
very.
field in this game, man.
You don't
Yeah,
think so?
nah, I don't think he gonna get no burn, man. This gonna be the Haynes and Gross Mato show on that right side. On that left side. I don't think Barno gonna get a lot of burn in this game.
He
He might
probably, yeah,
come in for
yeah, he
situational.
probably don't. Yeah, you
Yeah,
probably right about that. Cause
yeah,
I forgot this dude, Henry Anderson. You know, he's backing up YGM now.
right.
He
He's
just
by
got
GM
him.
back up, and you know
Yeah.
Marquise Haynes is Burns back up.
Yeah, yeah,
Barno. I mean Barno got a lot of talent. I think we'll throw him out there a couple of plays and see how he perform.
yeah. They might test the water. He might get about 5 to 10 snaps, man. But I don't think that we see a ton of him in this game, man. We again, man. This the regular season now, man. So the starters. Let them get the burn, because of how Matt Rule handled a lot of things, in training camp, a lot of these starters didn't get a ton of time, especially on the offensive side of the ball, to really gel the way that they needed to gel, man. So I want to see the starters. I want to see what the starters can do. I want to see what McCaffrey looked like, man, in year 6. Is he still as explosive? Can he still make the plays that we need for him to make? I want to see Robbie Anderson, man, and what he can do if he got anything left in the tank, or is he just living up to what he was, man, was a deep threat. So it's a lot of stuff, man, that I'm gonna be looking for, man, on both sides of the ball in this game, man. How will we do? You got to remember something. Nick Chubb averages 5.5 yards a carry. That's his career average. Like, it's not gonna be an easy task stopping him, bro. Like, they're gonna give him a ton of carries in this game. Can the run defense hold up? Because if
Mm.
not, I feel like we go get gashed.
And I think I heard earlier. I think a guy on Unc's channel. I think a guy was talking about how they always the Browns they love to run the football. Basically, they'll gas you for about they was talking about Nick Chubb's run rushing attempts and his carries and his yards per attempt. I think, like I said, but you got to always provide the context. See, their best run blocker on their line was Wyatt Teller. He was number one, and number two was J.C. Tretter. J.C. Tretter is no longer their center now, and they really haven't even replaced him. Now, tap to the right side again. Tap to that right tackle. Jack Conklin, and he's questionable to play that game. I mean, if I could bet my money right now, I don't think he's going to play that game. So you talking about J.C. Tretter, who was a top 5 center last year in PFF grading, and a top 10 right tackle not playing in that game. We see. I mean, we talking about Nick Chubb. I mean, Nick Chubb had these guys to run behind. He don't have these guys right now. We don't know how that line gonna hold up against our D line. That's not the same top 5 O line they had last year. So we don't know how these guys gonna hold up.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point, man.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't see us. I mean, again, until I see it, I got to see that we can generate pressure, because I don't think we're gonna have a ton of sacks this year, Alonzo. I really don't. I think it's gonna be probably
But
somewhere
why?
in the upper 20, maybe lower 30 range on the year. I don't see us having as many sacks as we did last year. I really don't.
Why, Waves?
Well, because again, you don't have a solidified answer at the opposite end spot over there, Brian Burns. You got a bunch of guys where you basing it off of what you think that they can do. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, we don't know what kind of production we're going to get out of Gross Matos. This is a wait and see type of approach. We don't. There's nothing is solidified on the line outside of Brian Burns. There's question marks at every other position on the line. It really
No,
is.
no, no, sir. I've already told you this already. Derek Brown is there's no question for this guy. He will be a monster this year.
I hope you're
Now,
right, man. I really do.
now, like I told you before, Derek Brown will be a monster. And why is it he will be a monster? Waves.
Because
Why is it? Why?
Because some nigga that work at Food Line that y'all be talking about all the time is on the other side of him. Y'all be talking about him all the time, like he finna be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
No,
I
no,
better
no,
see it.
no. Lonzo, what did I say the purpose of Ianitis is for? His presence being there, just him being there and him doing his regular job will allow Brown to flourish because he is so big. And get what I'm saying, Waves. He is so big in that middle that you can't just put all the attention on Derek Brown. So Derek Brown, if he's coming free and he's one-on-one with a guy, 9 times out of 10, Derek Brown's going to win that one-on-one matchup. That's what
But
I'm saying.
Waves. So wait, I don't think we'll touch. I think last year we had about 52 sacks. I don't think we'll touch that. I think we can generate the same amount of pressure as last year. I don't think we'll touch the sacks, but I think we'll generate pressure as much as we did last year. I'm gonna tell you why, Waves. I think Brian Burns will be better this year. I think he'll get about 11 sacks, but not to go to the number right quick. I say this. I think now, not I know you talk about him being from Food Line, but I think he helps out Derek Brown, and I think we can actually generate inside pressure now. We wasn't saying that last year. We can generate more inside pressure than we did this year than what we did last year. Not to mention what Phil Snow said, and I think people overlooked it. We're going to do this thing by committee. So I think we have hungry, athletic, fast linebackers that can also
Yeah,
blitz. I think we
yeah.
got Brandon Smith that can blitz. We all know
Mhm.
Frankie Louvu, whenever he's blitzing, he's getting home. I mean, we can go
Yeah,
back and field. We can cut him. I mean, he did it last year. We got all these guys, and then we got bodies to burn. We yo, bro,
I
we gonna
just
be
like
tough
for
up front.
me, the excuse me, fellas. With the front seven, like I said, I'm just I'm personally not sold. I mean, we have all of the athleticism in the world there at these positions. I can see what these guys can do. I can see how the athleticism can definitely cause problems, man. Um, but I'm not sold really on this front seven like that. I
Ways,
think
what these niggas do to you, bro?
who
You not sold on none of that, fool, man.
you said what
Like
did they
what
did?
do
I'm
they got to
Ways, you
do
Lonzo.
to
ain't never
prove it
sold
to
on
you?
nothing we do.
Lonzo, do you got time?
Oh, I'm right
Man,
here.
we got nothing but time. Come on.
Man. All right. So everybody want to know why Big Waves feel the way he do about the Panthers, man.
I better get comfortable. Here we go.
So first, for the record, and this is something that I've stated on. Nah, guys, I've been a fan of Carolina Panthers since the team has been in existence. So I'm 31. The team is only about 26 years old. So I've definitely been a fan of this team my whole life. Um, uh, the obvious is, we've had way more losing seasons than we've had winning seasons. A lot more losing seasons. I think out of 26 years, and I could be wrong about this because my numbers might be a little bit off, but out of 26 years of this team being in existence, they've probably only had 6 winning seasons as an organization. 6. Um, and when I'm going back to last year and the year before that, this whole rebuild era, you remember Matt Rule talked a lot about the process, right? A process when he first came here. This team, being built on a year-to-year basis and building for the long term. Well, we're in year 3 of this so-called process and rebuilding, and the team has had 2 5-12 seasons back to back. Still, have not officially addressed the quarterback. Well, maybe until this year. That's still yet to be seen. That the quarterback position, the most important position on the field, has been unaddressed for about the last 4 to 5 seasons. Decisions, organizational decisions, bad trades, bad free agent decisions, and bad decisions with certain draft picks. You spent a whole draft on defense, which out of that draft class, you've probably only hit on maybe 1 or 2 of those picks that you spent the whole draft on. Um, and then you bring in a head coach, and this is going to the ownership. You have a head coach who you gave a 7-year deal to with no NFL. He had minor NFL experience. I think he had a little bit with the Giants or something like that, but wasn't proven in the NFL to be a winner. Um, and you gave him a 7-year deal without doing that. Now, what he done for you in return was give you 2 back-to-back 5 and 12 seasons, extend a quarterback fifth-year option without him playing a down in the NFL. I mean, a down for your team who had a history of losing and playing bad. A man who ultimately came out in public and said, "I'm seeing ghosts at the NFL level." You gave him another year of $18 million without even seeing if what you hoped that he would be would even come to fruition. And oh yeah, by the way, it didn't work out, right? You know, he came in, he started the season 3-0, had everybody, oh my God, Sam Darnold might have it turned around. Then we lost like 9 games straight. You get what I'm saying? So
Well, Waves, I hate to stop you there, but there's a lot of context you're missing on all that.
yeah, I'm about to get
Uh,
to those contexts.
Christian McCaffrey getting hurt.
Yeah, but
Okay,
we
go ahead.
can't. But this is the NFL, though, man. Like you can't keep going off of a player getting hurt. McCaffrey's
What
only
team do
played.
you know if the best player go down, do they still succeed? Because if Aaron
But that's-
Rodgers go down today or tomorrow, their season is over. If Patrick Mahomes go down today or tomorrow, their season is over.
I don't think so,
I
though.
don't
But
really.
that's the thing. I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
that if
All
Patrick
right.
Mahomes, I don't think if Patrick Mahomes go down, the Chiefs' seasons is over. I don't think that. I don't think that because
Come on,
the
bro.
team has done
Let's be honest.
a good enough job, and they're so well coached that I think that team could survive. I'm not saying that they would go to the playoffs and make noise, because obviously with his talent, that takes that team over the top. But that team has so much depth at all and quality at all positions that team could stay competitive. Now, to your point, Q, what you're saying, yes, bro. What did you expect was going to happen with Christian McCaffrey? The man was 95% of our offense for about 4 years straight. Did you think that he was just going to hold up and not get hurt? So that's what I'm telling you, is that we put so much stock into what he was doing for us on the team, which is another bad organizational decision, that you made him your whole offense. And oh yeah, guess what? You ran him into the ground. So now we're dealing with a former shell of what an elite quarterback done, because to your point, Q, he was hurt. He's been hurt 2 seasons in a row. He's only played 9 games in 2 years. How can anybody, knowing that the shelf life for running backs, and you had to know this, bro, because there were too many instances before the McCaffrey thing happened where if you keep using any guy the way that we was using him, and we all know that Christian McCaffrey had, if not the highest usage rate in the NFL, he was top 5 in usage rates for the Carolina Panthers, bro. Those last couple years that Ron Rivera was here, bro, Christian McCaffrey was our whole offense. He was our whole offense. He was the ball. Teams knew that the ball was going to him, and they still couldn't stop him. They knew it because we didn't have anything else. We didn't have anything else on the offensive side of the ball. Yes, DJ Moore is always going to get his 1,000 yards because he's going to get the targets to get 1,000 yards. If you're averaging double-digit targets a game, you're going to reach 1,000 yards, bro, at the end of the season. You're going to do that no matter what. So Christian McCaffrey, you paid him big money, which I'm not saying that was a mistake. This is the NFL. People, you got to pay your players when they're performing, right? You got to pay them.
But I mean, you didn't have anybody else to pay.
Exactly. So the point that I'm trying to make to you is that how is it that your running back the year before, who was injured, you came into that following season saying, you know what, this guy is still going to be a focus of our offense. And then guess what? Because McCaffrey was still being used like a motherfucker in those first 3 games before he got hurt. He was still being used like a motherfucker. And guess what? He went down again and never was able to bounce back.
Wait.
Well, you know what, Wiz? You could say that offensive line got him killed. You could almost say that.
Or I mean, the offensive line, but they go. So Q, you just making my point even better. So you had bad offensive line play, but you still chose to run him 100 fucking times.
I mean, you can't pass with what you got with Donald because of the offensive line, because he is a bonehead. So you're stuck.
So what I'm saying is that
duck offense situation.
So but the reason, but why is the offense lame duck? It's because of bad organizational decisions. With the reason why the offense, Sam Darnold should have never. Sam Darnold should have never been our quarterback.
He should have never been our quarterback.
I
agree with that.
But look,
look,
giving Teddy Bridgewater a career journey, man. Outside of when he got hurt when he was with Minnesota, you gave him $60 million fucking dollars, bro.
And he only played 1 year.
And only played one fucking season. And didn't really do anything. Yes, he didn't turn the ball over, but bruh, all he was doing was dicking and dumping every game. And you gave him big money for one season.
All of this is what? Your reason to say why you've been hurt by this team, basically.
All of this is to say that I'm taking my team on a year-to-year basis when it comes to expectations.
So what you're doing is basing your team every year off the roster that they got that year, correct?
I'm not basing my team off of the roster they got that year. I'm not doing that. That's the roster is based off of potential of what you think is going to happen that season. You're putting together a roster to be the product of the field that year. I'm basing my shit off of history and what I've seen. I'm basing this off of
if that's
Matt Rule has been our coach. He's still our coach.
If that's the case, nobody should have. No Bengals fans should have believed in the Bengals last year. If you're going off that,
I don't know why you can't. I don't know why you would say that when you had a transcending quarterback. You drafted a transcending quarterback.
According to the point you just made, you just saying you're going off your team's history, what they've been showing year in year out. That's what you're going off. Not the roster they have that year, not the coaching they have that year. You going off their previous history. You shouldn't go off that.
I'm going off of why shouldn't I go off of that? Because
teams change year in and year out.
Right, but I'm telling you, but it's what major changes have really happened? You got a quarterback who is yet to be seen if what he can be, if he's going to live up to the hype.
So wait a minute. You don't believe that Baker is an upgrade from Sam Darnold?
I do believe, but not by a lot.
What is not by a lot? Please emphasize that.
I think so. Basically, if we had to put this shit on a scale of 1 to 10, I think Sam Darnold is a 4, and I think that Baker Mayfield is a strong 6.
Wait, what?
What kind of scaling do you got for these balls?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Because if you asking me, I would have rather much gotten a Deshaun Watson. I would have rather much been able to execute that trade that we tried to do last year for Matthew Stafford.
Cripple the entire franchise to bring in a guy that's going to cost you how much money? Over 100 and so million, all of it guaranteed. You want to give that kind of guy the keys to your franchise? You
damn right, because when he plays on the field, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
But that's the thing. The nigga not gonna play on the field no time.
But you can sacrifice on 11 games, bro. Like him being, but listen, Cleveland sacrificing this 11 games for Deshaun Watson. Once he come back, they have their quarterback for the next 6 to 7 years, bro.
But you understand the target is on his back. We didn't know that at the moment. There was speculation the guy was gonna never play in the league again. There was speculation the guy was gonna never. We was gonna get
Lonzo, you're absolutely right. But who was the only team that remained interested in him, even when his future was murky?
The Cleveland Browns.
No, the Carolina Panthers.
No, Ways.
Yes, bro. Don't you know that we were trying to pursue him when he was in the middle of this shit last season?
Ways. Yeah, us and the Dolphins were the longest tenure. The Dolphins was along with us. They was the longest tenure team. That was
what are you talking about?
That keep going.
What he's saying is the team that ended up with him is the one who was the one that ended up wanting him the most.
No, bro. If you go and look at the reports,
do you know why we didn't get Deshaun Watson?
Because we weren't guaranteed the last couple years of his contract.
Thank you, and that's why every team backs out of it. And
that's dumb.
Listen,
that's dumb.
No, it's not dumb because you know why? You would have been paying him all that much money for him not playing. And
he's only going to miss 11 games this season, but you got your quarterback for the next 6 to 7 years.
Waves, there was uncertainty around this guy.
Are you forgetting how young Deshaun Watson is? Deshaun Watson is only 26.
Waves, what are you not getting, my nigga? Wait,
no, what are you not getting, my nigga?
What are you talking about, bro?
No, bro, you're going off of because this is the thing. What I'm telling you, bro, we can't get any worse than what the fuck we did these last 2 years, bro. You can't get any worse. So if you got a chance,
we can only win 1 game.
Bruh, what you mean, bro? Bro, our team is good enough, but we gonna win more than one fucking game, bro. I'm
But
not
you
gonna
say
sit up
we
here and
can't
say
get any
that.
worse. If
Yeah,
we
but
show up and win one
it's not gonna
game,
get no
then
worse
that's
than 5-12.
worse.
It's not gonna
All
get any
right.
worse than 5-12. I'm telling you that right now. Carolina's gonna win 5 games, bro, minimum. Like they're definitely gonna win 5 games. Like unless some catastrophic bullshit happen and these niggas just have an epic fucking fail, we're gonna win more than 5 games this year. But the point that I'm trying to make to you fellas is this. If I'm an organization that has not had a solidified answer at quarterback for going on over half of a decade, and I have name the last time a player of Deshaun Watson's caliber became available in the middle of his prime, became available. Answer that question for me.
Probably Drew Brees. That's the last time we saw something like that.
But we all know that Drew Brees was a better quarterback with the Saints than he was with the Chargers. Can you not agree to that?
I mean, he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Of course.
Wait.
So hold
I
on, no.
think
Answer
you're
my
missing a
question first,
point, brother.
Lonzo.
Yeah,
When was the last
I
time a
agree with you.
young
Yeah,
quarterback?
I give you that. Look,
Okay,
wait.
then let me finish my point, then, and I promise I'm gonna let you talk. So you had a quarterback of his talent and of his age become available. You have a chance to get this guy to solidify your quarterback situation for the foreseeable future, right? Yes, there is an opportunity, a possibility that he's going to miss the bulk of this season, right? But when he comes back, you have your guy for the foreseeable future, right? And you mean to tell me that all he wanted out of that, you wasn't going to pay him what Cleveland was paying him.
Wait.
All he wanted was the rest of his contract that he had with Houston guaranteed, right? So you mean to tell me you didn't want to guarantee him the last fucking deal of his contract?
Yeah. Wait.
You just let him just
wait.
walk
All right,
away.
listen to this, Ways. None of us up here is denying his talent. Now listen to this. None of us up here is denying Deshaun Watson's talent. Of course, he's better than Baker Mayfield. We know all of this. What we're telling you is that we weren't paying $230 million guaranteed.
We wasn't gonna pay that, bro.
Listen,
that's not what his current deal was before. Cleveland offered him that. We did not offer him that.
He was looking to be made the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Wade.
Bro, I can show you reports where all he wanted Carolina to do was guarantee the last couple years of his current contract.
Wade.
He did that. What? That would have made him the highest paid.
Million.
That would have made him the highest paid quarterback.
Bro, listen, Wade. We're not giving $200+ million to a quarterback who we got to give $200+ million, got to pay 3 first-round picks, and we don't know when he's going to play at that moment. There was speculation he wasn't going to play another down in the NFL. There was speculation he was going to get suspended 6, 11, a whole year, 2 years. We didn't know when he was going to play. So why would you get that much? Why would you get that much to a guy who was on sexual harassment or assault charges that had 26 victims? You're talking about a guy you don't even know if he's going to play. It's a lot larger than what you're talking about. Of course, we know his talent and how good he is. It's a lot other than that we wasn't trying to do.
But what I'm telling you is that Cleveland pulled the trigger, right? So, and you know what? And they pulled the trigger, and I promise you it's going to pay them dividends, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, the man is still young, right? He's still a young quarterback. Yes, there was a lot of uncertainty, bro. Everybody knew that there was uncertainty with Deshaun Watson.
That's why the only team out of 32 of them was the Browns.
Right, bro. So that's what I'm saying. All of them knew it was going to be uncertainty, bro. But guess what the Browns said? That we're tired of being in mediocrity. That's what they said. We're tired of being in fucking mediocrity. So we're going to make a decision as big of a risk as it is. We're going to try to make a fucking decision that's going to pay dividends in the long run. That's what you have to do to win in the NFL.
Wait,
bro.
They haven't even shown it.
I mean, what you mean they haven't shown it? Because he's not playing yet. That's the only reason. But I can guarantee you this. That first game that Deshaun Watson comes back against Houston, he is going to fucking show everybody why he's one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Against who?
The Houston Texans. That's his first game back.
Top 3 seed.
But that's his first game back. I'm just talking about his first game back, bro. That's his first game back. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
This cat ain't playing in 2 years, and you got that much faith in Deshaun Watson.
You goddamn right I do, because guess what? Just that he ain't played in 2 years, that means that his body is even more fresh than what it is, bro. The thing about the quarterback position is, unlike a lot of other fields, your arm don't lose muscle memory, bro. Once you able to throw that fucking ball and you can throw that shit, and I know that from coaching, that shit don't just go away. Even if you staying away from it, bro, it don't just go away. The only thing that he was missing was getting live game action.
This is what Waves actually sound like when he give a damn about a team right here.
Yeah,
or a player.
It do.
This is what we never heard this shit from Waves, so it's just different to hear.
It sounds like the nigga wanted Deshaun Watson all along.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, it was Watson all or nothing for me. It was. It absolutely was, bro. So when we shit the bag and didn't make it happen, I said we was fucked from that beginning, because who else were you going to get that can make the kind of impact that we need, bro? We don't need these fucking Band-Aid quarterbacks, bro. We keep putting Band-Aids on a wound that you gotta fucking stitch up. That's the thing, bro. That's why Carolina has been in so much mediocrity, is because you keep putting temporary fixes. You keep signing these 1-year veteran niggas. You keep putting temporary fixes, and you ain't making no long-term answers. That's the reason why mediocrity keeps repeating itself in Carolina. You're not making long-term decisions.
How many teams have done what the Browns did?
You said how many teams have done what the Browns did? What you mean?
What they just did. How many teams have gambled that bad on what they did?
How, bro? When has something like this ever happened?
No. I'm just talking about period. When has a team gambled this much into one player and the sacrifice?
You can't say that, but because it's never happened before. I can't answer that question because it's never happened. A player of his talent has never come available, bro. A franchise quarterback in his prime never is a free agent. I mean, an option to be traded. Name a time when this has happened. You can't name one. So I can't answer your question, Lonzo, because it's never happened before. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, bro. When we put all our eggs in the basket, bro, to try to obtain Deshaun Watson, I made it, bro. I was saying this shit. I was saying this shit on Big Cash Show, bro. If we don't pull this off, we're gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
Because for real.
Shout out Jeff R. Hey, Big Cat. What I call this nigga Big Cat. I'm gonna say Waves.
Yes, sir.
Waves,
yes, sir.
What did he do, Waves? What has Deshaun Watson done to prove that
what
he's
has he
just
done?
This star quarterback?
He has multiple Pro Bowls.
We haven't seen him elevate inferior talent.
Bro, you said we haven't seen, but that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. We don't have inferior talent. We don't have inferior talent here in Carolina. We actually have solid talent. So bringing in a quarterback of his capability, that's only going to elevate our talent. We also haven't seen him play outside of D-Hop. We haven't seen him play with the kind of weapons that we have.
So wait, you saying outside of D-Hop? That's the best receiver in the league. It don't get no better than D-Hop. So
I mean but what I'm saying is that but we saw what he did with D-Hop, right?
Right,
he made D-Hop.
But wait,
what you mean?
Basically what you're saying, him being it's like the Trey Lance situation. It's basically what we saying is this. You saying that he's gonna be better than Baker. And my judgment on this, he's a better player than Baker. But I don't think he can take them further than what Baker take them. And the player, I don't think he can get past the second round.
I can't, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. If we had Deshaun Watson, we would be a Super Bowl contender.
I agree.
We would be a Super Bowl contender. We wouldn't be a playoff contender. We would be a Super Bowl contender.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We wouldn't have Ikem Ekwonu. We wouldn't have a couple of guys. I don't know.
Yeah, we would be a Super Bowl contender, bro. If we landed Watson, and I'm here to say it on live. If Deshaun Watson was our quarterback, we would have a Super Bowl contender.
No.
So Waves, you see the screen right there? They want to know why you're not optimistic about Baker like the way you are with Deshaun Watson.
That nigga is a Deshaun Watson fan.
Mr. Touch the Draws Watson. Oh, can I get a massage Watson? Oh my God. You know what though? I believe that we were better off. We were way better off with what we got, because I think we would have gave up too many assets to get that guy. So I didn't want to salvage the team for one guy.
You wouldn't have been able to get a lot of these guys in here if you were able to keep him. You wouldn't have been able to get our 90s. You wouldn't have been able to get a couple of these guys. Austin
Well,
Corbett. Well,
if you leave it up the way
Scott Fitterer said we still would have been able to get Austin Corbett, but I mean, it's easier to say now than then.
Yeah, but I don't think that none of these guys that you naming are like true difference makers, bro. I really don't. Like, I don't feel like the pieces that you talking about bringing in, like that we brought in, are like just going to come in and just automatically change the fate of this team. Well, I don't see that out of none of the guys you just named.
Let me ask you a question, Wade. Let me ask you a question. Xavier Woods, is he not going to help out Jeremy Chin in that backfield?
That's the only one.
What?
Oh my God, man! Cut that shit, man.
That's it. Yeah, Xavier Woods is go help. I'll give you that. I'll give you Xavier Woods. All right, so name somebody else.
You see how quick he changed that up.
Nah, I give you that. I give you Xavier Woods. That was a great pickup for us.
What about Dante Foreman? We gotta take into Carolina stuff though, Wade.
You said about who?
What about Dante Foreman?
Man, that motherfucker, man, bro, he wasn't even doing shit in the preseason.
Wade, we ain't just talking about Xavier Woods. We talking about Xavier Woods, Deontay Foreman, Matt Ioannidis, Akim Ekwonu, and the next 2 first rounders we gonna take in the next 2 first rounders. You talking about all of that? We talking about all of this for one guy. One guy. We wouldn't have been able to fix this D line or O line if we would have got him. Who we wouldn't have been able to get? That
Say it again.
That whole cap would have been literally obliterated just by him. That's
bro. But this the thing. In the NFL, you cannot win unless you have your guy. You gotta have your guy. First of all, teams don't. You're not gonna win without having a quarterback that's good in the NFL. You're not gonna win without a good quarterback. It's not gonna happen. Why do you think the coach keep recycling? Why do you think the coach keep recycling through fucking quarterbacks like they doing, bro? Because they have a team that's built to win fucking now, and because of the poor quarterback play is the reason why they can't get over the hump.
Hey, wait.
The coach should be a playoff team every year, but because of the poor quarterback play is the reason why they can't get over the hump.
Wait, can you tell me the past 3 seasons that Jimmy G has played in the NFL? What he done in the past 3 years?
He's took his team to the playoffs every year.
He's took his team I'm about to run it down for you. Super Bowl, injury, NFC Championship.
But he's a decent quarterback.
He's not better than Baker Mayfield. That's what I'm telling you. He's not better
a bad
than
quarterback though, bro.
But he's
like
not
Jimmy
better
G
than Baker
is
Mayfield.
a serviceable starter. He's a serviceable starter, bro. He's serviceable.
He's
talking
not
about great,
but he's not their
great,
guy.
but he's serviceable.
You kept saying he was some shit. So which one is it?
I never said Jimmy G was some shit. I never said that he was some shit.
I remember when we were possibly trading for him.
Yeah, I never said Jimmy G was some shit.
Foles. What are we talking about?
You said Nick Foles.
They won an entire 3 games and an additional 3 games in the playoffs with Nick Foles.
Bro, but Nick Foles is not a bad quarterback when he played with the Eagles. Are you forgetting those playoff runs, how he balled in the playoffs? He balled. But you saying that shit like Nick Foles played bad or something.
But Nick Foles is not their guy, bro. You talking about every team got to have their guy. Nick Foles was nobody guy.
Bro, he rode the coattails of the Carson Wentz was arguably the MVP of that season.
Carson
what are you
Wentz
talking
didn't
about?
Win a Super Bowl. Nick Foles did. What
right, but what I'm telling you is that Carson Wentz is the reason why they was there in the first place. He was there, and he was arguably the MVP of that year. He was balling.
Wait, he got injured when they was 11-3. Outside
that's what you mean, nigga. That's what? That's division. That's second round of the playoffs.
Wait, 11-3 instead of the regular season. You talking about 11? You talking about 11-3? Most teams. Okay, what prime example? Ways 12. You remember that year Derek Carr went 12-3?
Yeah,
and he got injured. What happened that year? He got what? Injured in it, and they lost first round in the playoffs because they didn't have Derek Carr. What I'm telling you is that they didn't have their guy, and they were still able to do it with a serviceable backup. They did it.
But I'm talking about you don't get to those points without the guy. That's what I'm telling you. Because that backup is not taking that team 12-3. They're not taking that team 12-3. They're not.
Waves. What that got to do with Carson Wentz winning the Super Bowl? Carson Wentz didn't win him the Super Bowl. Waves. Nick Foles did. Nick Foles was the quarterback that we all know win him the Super Bowl.
Lonzo, we all know that football is the ultimate team sport, right?
Not Waves. We're not talking about that. We talking about the quarterback play.
But Lonzo, listen to what your argument is, Lonzo. You're talking about when the backups were called upon to come into the games when the guy went down. That's what you're talking
What
about.
I'm telling you is this:
Like what?
every
That's what you're
team
talking
hasn't
about
had
right
their
now.
guy, and they've still been successful. That's
No,
what I'm
because
saying.
they're not successful because of that guy that was backing them up. They were successful because of the quarterback who got them there. That's what I'm telling you.
What are you talking about?
You don't. But they didn't win. They didn't. Bro, Nick Foles didn't take that team 11-3. He didn't take that team 11-3.
They needed him.
They don't
to
get
come
praised
and
for
play.
going 11-3. They get praised for winning a Super Bowl, bro.
But bro,
what
I'm telling you is that, bro, you have to have your quarterback to get you there. Nick Foles would not have taken that team, bro. You're not getting to that Super Bowl without Carson Wentz. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
You know, what he got to understand is,
yeah.
There,
I can't make this.
I'm sorry. Have a quarterback to win you the big one. Not only just get you there, couldn't get a motherfucking word in, so I had to steal this. You know. Well, hey there.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, listen, bro. I'm not high on this team as y'all are, and I'm okay with that. Right? I'm absolutely fine with that. I don't give a fuck who likes it or who don't like it or whatever the case may be. But I'm not high on the Carolina Panthers this season as you and Q are. So
you couldn't remember my goddamn name just now.
Nah, because I was looking at something when I was saying it. My fault.
God, but
I'm not high on Carolina as y'all are this year. I'm just not. Now, if they prove me wrong, then that's exactly what I want them to do. I want them to come out and play well. I want us to be a playoff team. I want us to do it. I just don't see it happening. That's all.
Well, Wade, I hate to tell you, you might miss out on the season judging them, hoping, waiting for them to lose. You know, you might. I'm not
hoping and waiting for them to lose. That's where you got me mixed up, Q. I'm not hoping and waiting for Carolina to lose.
You done said that on how many occasions though? I hope.
Yeah, but I'm not sitting here hoping that happens. I don't want it to happen. I don't want Carolina to lose. But what I do know and what I know about this football team and what I've seen over the last couple of years, that they're going to have to show me otherwise. Until this team can consistently put wins together and consistently be a threat and consistently fucking win, I'm not going to believe any of this shit, bro. We're talking about what y'all hoping people that do. You hoping that Ioannidis is going to turn out to be something that he wasn't in Washington. You're hoping that these pieces that we brought in, Deontay Foreman, gives you that same production that he gave you in Tennessee. Like, you got to remember, that was a whole different offense for Deontay Foreman. There was a power running team. It played to his format. That's what he was. You're hoping that these guys are doing that.
You said everything we're basing our stuff on is just hope.
It is.
That's the thing of sports, Wave. That's what every fan base does.
But what I'm telling, but there are teams that don't have to do that, and I'm waiting for Carolina to do that because year in and year out, Kansas City Chiefs fan base know that their teams are going to be a contender every year. They know that. The Green Bay Packers know that 12 is your quarterback, huh?
But why is that?
What you mean? Why is that? Because they built a great organization from top to bottom. Because you got to remember, they were winning even before Patrick Mahomes was there. They was winning with Alex Smith.
Waves, with this team right here, they can come out and win every goddamn game this season, and you'll still say, no, they didn't. They ain't did it. They didn't do it.
Nah, see, that's where you got me mistaken. That's how I don't understand big waves. You hearing big waves, but you ain't listening to big waves. That's the thing.
Well, break it down for me, big waves. Since you
that's what I'm saying. You hear me, but you ain't hearing me. You feel me? What I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel you.
It's what I'm saying, fellas, is that, you know, do I think we have the potential to do some great things? Yes, I think we have the potential to do great things. I see all of the stuff that y'all see, the athleticism, the possibilities, the playmaking. What? I see all of that. See all of that, right? What you're saying. I'm not saying that y'all are wrong about what's what. But one thing that reigns true about this team is I see a lot of that shit year in and year out. Every year I can go back over the last 5 years and say what I saw well for Carolina coming into last year. Coming into last season, especially when we made the trades for Stephon Gilmore and all of that shit, bro, I can sit up here and tell you that, bro, on paper, we had one of the best rosters that we had in a long time last year. Outside of the quarterback position and the offensive line play, we had a pretty damn good roster last year, I feel like.
And
And what happened?
we shit the fucking bag like we always do. That's what I'm saying. We shit the bag like we always do. It's either gonna be on quarterback play. It's either gonna be on bad coaching. It's either gonna be on bad defense. See, that's the thing about Carolina. If you look at every year that we've been bad, it's always been something, man, that's been that's been really bad that year. Before the defense got to the point there it was at, it was the defense. The defense couldn't play up to the level of the capability that they needed to play up to. Then it was the quarterback. Then it's the offensive line. It's always something. So what I'm wanting to see this year, it not be anything. I want us to come out, bro, and play consistent, good football. I'm tired of talking negative about this team. I actually want to be able to praise this team for something that they're doing positive on the field on a week-to-week basis. I don't want to see the same mistakes that we've been making for the last 4 years. Those are mistakes that I don't want to see. It'd be different if it was new mistakes every year, but we've been making the same mistakes over and over. Our problems that we have on this team have been the same problems that we've had in this 4-year playoff drought. Tell me, am I lying?
You're a nigger and a liar.
All right. Well, one of the things I can't help. One of those things I can't help.
I had to do it. You just put it right over the plate. Oh my god! Shout out to Big Cat for that one. Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Like, I'm ready for some consistent winning in Carolina. That's what I'm ready for. That's what I'm ready for. And until I see it, I'm gonna keep getting in this team ass, bro. I'm gonna keep talking about the shit that we need to do and what we need to do to get better. Everything that I'm talking about is till I can see consistent winning in Carolina.
Well, so back to the game at hand with the Cleveland Browns. We all agree that we must come out here and not shit the bucket, make sure that we consistently show up to this game. But if we lose this game, fellas, what does that mean for us in our season starting off?
It's a bad start. I mean, it's not a good start, but you can bounce back from being 3-0 last year and finish 5-12. So if you go on one, I mean, that's not showing you can't still do something within the league. You just got to bounce back from it. You got to have that next game mentality.
Do you think these guys are built that way this year?
Yeah, I think the coaching is built that way outside of Matt Rule.
Yeah, I don't got no faith in Matt Rule. I'm just being honest with you. Anybody who
Outside of Matt
watching,
Rule, I trust his whole coaching staff. I trust Ben McAdoo. I trust Phil Snow. I trust Steve Wilkes. See, that's what people like to eliminate. What we did this offseason, we brought in veteran experience at almost every vital level that we needed to. When you talk about the quarterback position, we might not have brought it in at coach, we brought it in at quarterback in Baker Mayfield. And you go to what? The whole offensive coordinator, the person that overlooks the whole entire offense, the play calling, the schemes, all of that. You bring in Ben McAdoo. Then what you do on the defensive side of the ball, you go in and get one of the best. Want to get what I think one of the best defensive minds in all of football, but one of the most influential dudes. That's what you would call a player's coach, a guy that players can relate to and that players love to play for. And Steve Wilkes, and what he's done, he even influenced Matt Rule. Have y'all been noticing Matt Rule has been teaching a lot of that peanut punching the football out? Do you all know who brought that to our team? That was Steve Wilkes.
Peanut Tillman.
Yeah, that was Peanut Tillman, man. He was doing that shit before he got to Carolina.
But Steve Wilkes Steve Wilkes inspired our whole entire defense to start doing that. That's why you're seeing a lot of those guys. That's why Josh Norman one year led the league in forced fumbles when he was along with us. It was Steve Wilkes.
Man, while we got this opportunity right now, I will be putting it up right now. We are doing a live watch party this Sunday, 1 p.m. The admissions will be $10 in the Discord. You can cash app. You see it at the bottom of the screen, WQ09 or UNC 2021 to get admission into the live watch party. Make sure you already are established on the Discord. With the Discord, with that being said, make sure you have a login and a Discord name whenever you do Cash App. Please allow us to find you because we're trying to make sure that this thing is organized. So make sure you have already a name in the Discord where you logged in and signed in and you're in the Discord. I will be posting the link to the Discord momentarily, but we are doing a live watch party this Sunday. If you like the stuff that you're hearing right here, it's going to be like this inside for the games. And I'm telling you, man, it's infectious to hear, Waves going at it, Lonzo going at it, me going at it, Big Cat. All of us is going to be in there. So I know you guys don't want to miss something like that. It's definitely a treat. So if you haven't already, make sure you join the Discord. And by doing so, I'm putting the link in here right now. I will be putting this up. You join the Discord. You go ahead and get yourself established for the games. We will be cutting this off Sunday morning by 11 p.m. 11 p.m. we will be cutting this off. So you won't be able to come in. So at this point in time, take this opportunity to go ahead and get yourself established and in the game if you want to be in to watch a live watch party with us. I will be posting this momentarily, and I will be leading up to this week, making sure that you guys know where to go. As you see it right there, the link is in there. And if you're in here already, like, subscribe, comment to the channel, show your boy some love. We got big waves in the building. You already know Life is Just a Waves podcast. We got Lonzo in the building. Y'all know what time it is, man. The newest co-host of Black Cat Panther podcast. We in here. We ain't going nowhere, man. So, hey, you already know what time it is. We're trying to figure out what's the best way for the Carolina Panthers to go about getting it done with the Browns. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to get these dubs in. And who better than Dub Q to lead the way?
Man, y'all shout out to
Big Waves.
Yes, sir, man. Black Cat Panther podcast, man. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe right now, man. Help my boy get to that 500 mark, man. Y'all already know what time it is. And man, if y'all feeling a little froggy, man, and y'all think y'all can surf with the boy, come over, man. The Life is Just a Wave podcast, LYFE, Just a Wave podcast. Again, that's LYFE, Just a Wave podcast. Just dropped my third episode, man, of Carolina Panthers Real Talk yesterday, man. It's a good one. Y'all got to definitely check it out, man. Shout out to all these boys, man. Appreciate it. Much love, Q.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, so Lonzo, overall, is there anything that you felt like we missed that we should cover to let the people know, or are you feeling confident in going into this game?
Nah, man, I'm feeling confident going into this game. We're gonna get a dub for sure.
Man,
and I'm gonna make sure I come back that way when we stop this run.
Now I got us getting the win, man. Without a doubt, I got us getting the win.
Somebody want to know. Somebody want to know, does Lonzo have a podcast? Right here on Black Cat Panther Podcast, you can catch him from now on. Lonzo will always be in the building. This is his fam. This is his home now. You don't have to look far. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. That means I can come up here and chew his ass up every time now.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to that boy Lonzo, man. That's my analytic guy, man. He real good with the stats and numbers. He knows the stuff, man. Hey, but I be trying to tell him, man, he can't go to toe-to-toe for me, man, with that Panther history now. Carolina Panther history run deep. I'm talking about Steve Berline days.
Come on, man. Come on, fam.
Yeah, Wave, you're OG Wave. You're old cat.
Hey, he went Steve Berline, but I grew up in the Rodney Pete era. Rodney broke thumbs Pete. I know y'all remember that. I know y'all remember that back in the day.
Oh yeah. We definitely remember Rodney, man. Listen, Rodney, you talking about somebody being put in impossible situations? That man was put in impossible situations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They wanted to go get that man from Barlow and said, "Look, we need you out here on the field."
Oh, boy, you love that Barlow, boy. If you don't do that else, you love that Barlow.
Hey, man, those were some terrible Carolina Panther years, man. The Jimmy Clausen year, the Vinny Testaverde year, man. Shit, man, we done had some shitty ass seasons, boy.
Yeah, Jimmy Clausen's, Matt Moore's. We done seen the struggle in Carolina, man. It's been a long time coming.
It has.
Oh my God.
I just want to win. That's it. I just want to win.
I know y'all niggas remember the Tommy John surgery, Jake Delhomme, when he came out through that six interceptions on his birthday.
Yes,
I know
bro.
y'all remember that.
No, you remember when Benet Benwikere let Julio go for 3 bills?
Oh man,
Yeah,
that still hurt.
that game.
They cut that nigga on the next day.
That nigga gave up. I don't think he might have been the first corner to let a wide receiver go for 3 bills in one game.
But Julio was balling that year.
That shit was embarrassing, bro. It was so bad that they had Luke out there, bro. Luke had to go out there in coverage.
Yeah. Look here. That was the year the Falcons went to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah.
That was
Look,
the year after.
Your boy was on another level. He was on a whole nother level, though.
Julio?
Yes, Lord. Yes.
Julio. But if you think about it, outside of the divisional wins, our success has been, and the Panthers' success have been somewhat of identical. Now, before y'all get on my ass about it, hear me out. So 2015, we went to a Super Bowl loss. 2016, they went to a Super Bowl loss. And if I'm not mistaken, they damn man, what was that year? Was that what was the fucking coach name? The defensive coordinator now in Dallas. What's his name again?
Dan Quinn.
Yeah, Dan Quinn. Defensive minded coach, kind of like what Ron Rivera was when he came here, man. You know, and I think Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, they've been to 2 Super Bowls and lost both, just like us. Or they might have only been to 1, but I think they went to 2.
Nah, that was their first one. Because I don't remember them boys in the Super Bowl. Oh no. Dion played. Did he play in the Super Bowl back in the day? And the World Series?
Not with them. Not with the Falcons.
Not with the Falcons, he didn't go, but I want to say that the Falcons went to another one, man. I know Vic got them to an NFC championship, but I don't think he got them to a bowl.
Oh, it wasn't with Vic. It wasn't with nobody else.
Yeah. Vic, he was ahead of his time, man.
Yeah, he paved the way for the guys you see now. Cam Newtons of the world and the little fella. What's the little fella in Arizona? I can't never remember. Kyler Murray. He paved
Y'all
the way
be hating on Kyler.
Man, fuck Kyler Murray.
Y'all be hating on Kyler. Y'all remember when Kyler listed out them accolades for y'all? That man didn't lose a game in high. That man didn't lose a game in high school. Came to college, won the MVP. I mean the Heisman. Came to the NFL, won Rookie of the Year.
He won a cookie. I mean, what the fuck you want us to do?
That man a hell of a quarterback, bro. I would rather have him than Baker Mayfield.
I bet you would, because you don't put no respect on Baker's name.
I do believe that.
Yeah, he do believe that. This nigga is crazy.
Hell yeah.
This a crazy motherfucker.
Just saying that. You don't believe that.
Bro, why? Tell me why I wouldn't believe it.
Because he ain't better than Baker Mayfield. What do he do yet?
What you mean? What he do, bro? He done took his team to the postseason since he been in Arizona.
Every game. He's never won a playoff game.
Yeah, but he's only been in the league for 3 years.
What you mean?
So Baker only been in the league for 4. What the hell are you talking about?
Now this got to be year 4 for Baker.
And this year 5 for Baker, and this year 4 for Kyler.
Nah, this not year 4 for Kyler. This got to be year 3.
4
because he got drafted in 2019.
Let me see.
You know what year it is? It's 2022. You know, 2022 season going in his 4th year.
Yeah, this is 3rd year coming up.
Yeah, this is 3rd season. Yeah, this is 3rd season.
So still, how can you say you're making my point?
Well, Kyler, I think he's been if I'm not mistaken, Kyler have been a Pro Bowler every year.
So Baker been a Pro Bowler one time too.
Yeah, but Kyler's been a Pro Bowler every year. Kyler took the Arizona Cardinals. Y'all talking about a team that got turned around quick. That nigga took how bad was that Arizona team before Kyler got there? They were horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
That damn thing
what they
changed
do?
with
I mean, what did he take them to? What did they do?
Took them to the playoffs.
And did what?
Nah, he didn't do that. They didn't do nothing.
Nah, Waze, I was right. This is his 4th season coming up. I know I was right.
I thought so. I thought I could count.
Yeah,
I just let it alone.
I know I was right. This is 4th season coming up right here. Yeah.
What year was he drafted?
2019, he played 2019, 2020, 2021. 2022, which is this year, would be
So
his
he
fourth.
going into his fourth
That'll
year.
be his third. That would be his third. You say he played 20. He played the 2019, 2020,
Wait,
21.
look it
Oh yeah,
up, my
okay,
nigga.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Simple mathematics, Waves. Here we go.
Shit, I was terrible at math.
Wait, what did Kyler Murray do so good besides be a regular season?
Look at
Fanatic,
Kyler Murray numbers his first 3 years of his career and compare him to Baker Mayfield's.
At the height of both of their careers, what did they take both of their
The
teams?
height, you can't say the height because we don't even know if he at the height of his career yet or not.
Dude,
like last year, he got hurt. He got hurt last year. Before he got hurt, he was balling out.
Did Baker Mayfield or did Baker Mayfield? I'm chipping on nigga name. Baker Mayfield did he or did he not get hurt week 3?
Yeah, to a non-throwing shoulder.
Does it matter? Don't all your body parts connect to perform one body, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, bro, like honestly, he played with an injury that he shouldn't even been trying to play with in the first place. He made his own self look bad because he should have sat out.
Oh, Kyler Murray not what y'all niggas think he is, bro. I'm sorry. That nigga, he ain't all that, bro.
All right. Yeah.
He ain't all that. That nigga done had everything put at his disposal and still ain't been what people wanted what he should have been.
What you mean by everything put to a disposal?
They call it Lil Waves.
B.A. Most famous Amos, what's his name? Famous Amos Cookies.
Oh my God, this is too funny.
B. Amos is Big Waves, nigga. You better put some respect on my name, nigga. When you say my name, nigga, Big Waves. You better put some respect on that shit.
He said when you put respect on Baker's name, he'll put respect on your name.
Hey, Waves, you want to know what's crazy, Wade?
What's good?
Kyler Murray been in the league, 3 years now, right?
Right.
You know the nigga only had one winning season?
Oh, but
you said he had one winning season.
Well, yeah, one.
You can't count last year because last year he was hurt.
Hey, Waves, last
year
still
made it to the playoffs.
Season.
Huh?
Last year was his only winning season.
What was that the year before?
8-8.
Trash.
But then they get them in the postseason. Were they in the postseason that year?
I don't believe so. Trash. He was 5-10 the year before that.
You said it was what?
No, they wasn't in the postseason that year. They wasn't.
Okay, so how many postseason appearances he got?
1 out of 3. That nigga make it 33% of the time.
He got 1 out of 3 postseason, but compare his numbers to Baker. I want to see the passing numbers.
Come on, Wade. Say it with me.
Wade. Wait.
But bro, if that's the case, we saying it. We can say the same shit for Baker. Baker only made it. He only got 1 winning season since he's been in the league. He only got 1 winning season. It's the same thing. It's the same shit. Baker only got 1. So in my Lonzo, Baker only got 1 winning season.
But look, it's crazy though, Wade, because you was trying to give him an excuse for last year, and last year was.
I'm not giving him no excuse. I'm not giving him no. They still made the playoffs even with him being hurt.
Thank you.
This nigga said earlier that with no D-Hop, Kyler Murray was gonna tear our tail up. With no D-Hop now, he said this earlier. Come on.
Yeah, they still. Yeah. I that's a loss for us, bro.
See, and stuff like that. And then when we get to the Giants game, y'all think we're gonna lose based on the previous year?
Because we lose the games that we supposed to win,
and we win the games we supposed to lose.
Name a game that we was name a time. Name a game that we supposed to lose that we won.
The Cardinals game.
Nigga, they have a starting quarterback.
They
have a starting QB.
Wait, watch this. Wait,
in front of you.
But look. What? Q, watch this. Q, watch this. The week before that game, nobody was complaining. Colt McCoy played that previous week and blew the San Francisco 49ers out. Completely blew their entire roster, fully healthy out. Nobody was saying that. Was there? Was they not?
They were strong.
Wait, quick question.
They were strong.
Was we or was we not with our 4th string or 3rd string quarterback during that game?
What game? Which game you talking about?
That Cardinals game. Was we not on our backup as well?
It was Cam Newton.
Wait, Cam Newton played 5 plays that game, bro.
Bro, that was the Cam Newton game.
The nigga played 5 games. Wait, what are you talking about?
Wade? Snaps.
I'm back, bro. We played against a backup quarterback
with a backup quarterback. We had PJ Walker in that game. Wade.
I don't even think James Conner played in that game.
Yes, he did.
Does it matter?
I don't think he played in that game.
Wait,
did D-Hop play in that game?
trash.
Wait.
Did D-Hop play in that game?
Waves, can answer the question for me, Waves. You keep trying to run. Can answer the question for me.
I'm not. What question
Who
am
was
I
starting
asking
that
for you, bro?
quarterback for us
What
that
am I
game?
asking?
Who was starting that quarterback for us that game?
Cam Newton.
No, it wasn't. It was PJ Walker.
PJ Walker was the starter.
Oh,
Cam
well.
came in for a short completion on the
All
goal
of the
line.
did Cam
Remember?
get all the touchdowns though? Cam scored
He
all
only
the
got
tugs though
two.
for us.
He only got 2.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Cause PJ Walker didn't score no goddamn touchdowns in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he scored no
touchdown. I think he did throw a touchdown.
Waves, we scored 33 points that game. It was 33-7. Even if you take away those 14 points, we win.
Yeah, PJ threw for a touchdown too, I think.
Waves, you make every excuse for us, don't you?
Nah,
He don't
bro.
like
I mean,
us.
I'm just
He
saying,
don't.
it's a different ball game if Kyler Murray in that game, bro. You gotta remember something, bro. Like what you gotta remember, bro, is like it's just like that preseason game against the Bills. Like you're not gonna sit up here and tell me we shut that team out, bro. If Josh Allen on the field,
God, come
like
on,
you like, I'm just saying, bro. Like
we took care of business, and it still ain't good enough for you.
No, bro, we did what we were supposed to do.
Wait,
You act like I'm supposed to. Y'all act like I'm supposed to fucking praise a team for doing what they supposed to do. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Didn't the Bills struggle against us last year? The only reason we lost to the Bills is because we didn't have a kicker last year. We would have beat them that game.
Nah, hell no.
Wait. We was in that red zone 3 times.
Yeah, and couldn't score at all. And couldn't score at all.
Kicker, nigga. We was going for them 4th and 12.
Right, we couldn't score. We couldn't score. We got in the red zone and couldn't score. We one of the worst red zone teams last year.
Nigga, we was bro.
Who was our kicker in that game last year?
Brandon Zylstra, my nigga. We had a wide receiver at kicker.
What they got to do? And who we got? Who was our kicker this year?
What's his name? Eddie Pinero. He's a kicker.
Eddie Pinero? That nigga's a bum. He's a bum. He's a fucking bum.
His last ways.
That nigga got cut by the Bears.
Oh my god.
He's a bum. Eddie Pinero is a bum.
Yeah, you trolling.
I ain't trolling. Eddie Pinero is a bum.
Everybody a bum the Waves, bro. Wave.
What's
you see
up?
What Unc say? Unc say, what the fuck you talk about?
Yeah, I don't know what that
Go to
is.
hell, Unc. You can kiss my ass, Unc. How about that? Kiss my ass. You can kiss my ass, Unc. And anybody on there that got some smart shit to say about Big Wave, y'all can kiss Big Wave ass. If you want to politic, though, but if you feeling froggy and you feel like you can ride this motherfucking wave, come on, man, over to Life is Just a Wave podcast, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. I would be more than happy, man, to go back and forth with y'all over there, man.
Oh, this is too funny. Oh, my God.
Big Waves in the building, man. Black Cat Panther podcast. What's up?
Man, look at you. I had a great time tonight, man. I appreciate you pulling up on your boy, man. Hey, Big Waves in the building. I'm saying little drip.
Big Waves. You gotta put
never
that.
Mind. I'm saying little drip. It's little drip. So never mind. I take that back.
All right, nephew. I'm gonna start calling you nephew then instead of Big Unc. Nephew. What's up, nephew? Yeah. Hey, this Unc. Yeah. Yeah, nephew. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nephew.
Oh my
start
God.
Calling me little drip. I'm gonna start calling your ass nephew. Nephew, I'm gonna come on that page like nephew. Yeah.
He sounds just like him. He sounds just like him.
I'm be on there like yeah.
Oh, I can't breathe over here. Oh man. Hey, this cat is a clown. Hey, you know what? The live watch party Sunday morning. Be there, be square. Make sure you cash out either Unc or myself, but make sure you're also in the Discord already. And if you haven't already, go ahead over to Keep Pounding TV podcast, tvshop.com, and shop for that Black Cat Panther podcast shirt. It's the nice shirt. It's going to be black with the emblem of stadium in there with a guy. You see it on the screen right there. That's what it's going to look like. Go ahead, cop the shirt. Cop the shirt, man. Show your boy some love. And if you like doing any prop betting, you curious to see what Baker's going to do. You want to bet on it. You want to put your money on it. You want to put your money where your mouth is. BUSR is the site, man. We have a sports code for all the Keep Pounding TV podcast family, and that's Sports FN 100. So go ahead on over there, get your prop betting on. Go ahead and do your thing over there on BUSR, man. Show your boys some love, man. Y'all already know what time it is. We got Little Drip in the building.
Yeah. Yeah. Big waves in the building.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all are too much to do, man. Hey, hey, if y'all watching it already, show us some love too as well, man. That's UNKK _ 2020. Go on over there and follow that page too as well, man. Hey, I had a blast. Fellas, if y'all got anything to say, I will open up the floor for you guys, because other than that, I'm done. So, Waves, take the floor.
Hey, man, y'all already know what time it is. Hey, Q, appreciate you, man, for having me on here, man. As always, man, I enjoy making y'all motherfuckers mad, man. I really do, man. Life is a wave podcast, man. Y'all make sure to come over there, man. Listen, the channel is going, bro. It's really growing, man. It's thanks to all of y'all, man. I really appreciate the support. Again, Life, LYFE, Just a Wave podcast, man. Y'all make sure to come and like and subscribe to the channel. Can also catch us on Panther Uncensored TV, man. Black Panther pop, bro. Where y'all get, bro? I'm telling you, boy, my boy Q he on their neck. He on their neck, boy. I'm trying to tell y'all, he is on their necks, man. He on his way, man. Salute,
wait
boy.
a minute,
I
wait
love
a minute,
you, boy.
wait a minute. Shout out to my constituent Lonzo in the building, man. Did Lonzo not do great on this first show, man? I appreciate the guy.
Oh yeah,
man.
Lonzo always do great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Waves, we will parlay sometime in this week, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. I'm gonna go ahead. That's Black Cat Panther Podcast, and we out.
Yeah.